Numbers chapter 9, the Passover. The Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the second year after the departure from Egypt in the first month. He said, "Let the people of Israel celebrate the Passover at its appointed time. The 14th day of this month, between dusk and dawn, is the appointed time for you to celebrate it. Then you must celebrate the Passover according to all the statutes and norms proper to it." So Moses gave orders for the people of Israel to celebrate the Passover. They celebrated it in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month on the 14th day of the month, between dusk and dawn. The people of Israel did exactly as the Lord had commanded Moses. It happened that some men had become unclean by touching a dead body, and they could not celebrate the Passover that day. They approached Moses and Aaron the same day and said to them, "We have become unclean by touching a dead body. Why should we be forbidden to celebrate the sacrifice to the Lord at the proper time with the rest of the people of Israel?" Moses answered them, "Wait there till I hear what commands the Lord gives me concerning you." The Lord spoke to Moses and said, "Say this to the people of Israel, if anyone among you or your descendants becomes unclean by touching a dead body or is far away on a journey, he can still celebrate the Passover for the Lord. He shall do it in the second month on the 14th day between dusk and dawn. Then you shall celebrate it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Nothing of the victim must be left over until morning, nor must they break any of its bone. You shall keep all statutes regarding the Passover. But anyone who is clean and not away on a journey and who fails to celebrate the Passover shall be ostracized from his people because he did not bring the offering to the Lord at its appointed time. So he shall bear the punishment for his sin. If there is an alien living among you who wants to celebrate the Passover of the Lord, he must celebrate it in accordance with the statute and norm of the Passover. There is to be only one statute among you for resident alien and native alike: the fiery cloud. On the day the tabernacle, the tent of testimony, was set up, a cloud covered it. At nightfall the cloud took the appearance of fire over the tabernacle and remained so until the morning. The cloud covered it continually during the day, and at night it looked like a fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from above the tents, the people of Israel took down their tents and continued their journey. And wherever the cloud stopped, there the people of Israel camped. The people of Israel moved on at the command of the Lord, and at his command they camped. The people remained in camp as long as the cloud rested on the tabernacle. Even when the cloud happened to stay for many days above the tabernacle, the people of Israel performed the functions imposed on them by the Lord and did not move on. Sometimes it happened that the cloud stayed on the tabernacle only a few days. They camped at the Lord's command and moved on at the Lord's command. If the cloud happened to remain only from evening to morning, they moved on when it lifted the next morning. Or if it stayed for a whole day and night, they moved on only when it lifted. Sometimes it stayed for 2 days, a month, or a longer time. However long the cloud stayed above the tabernacle, the people of Israel remained in camp in the same place. But when it lifted, they moved on. At the Lord's command they camped, and at the Lord's command they moved on. They performed the functions imposed on them by the Lord through Moses. Numbers chapter 10, the trumpets. The Lord spoke to Moses and said, "Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver, that you shall use for calling the people together and for sounding the order to move on. Whenever both trumpets are sounded, the whole community is to gather around you at the entrance to the tent of meeting. But if only one trumpet is sounded, then only the leaders, the chiefs of Israel's clans, are together around you. When the trumpet blasts its shrill, the camp's pitch to the east shall move on. At the second shrill blast, the camp's pitch to the south shall move on. The trumpet blast shall be shrill when they are to move on. But to assemble the congregation, the trumpet shall be sounded plainly. The sons of Aaron, the priests, are to sound the trumpets. This is an irrevocable statute for you and for your descendants for all time to come. When you are in your own land and are to go to war against an enemy who oppresses you, you shall sound the trumpet shrilly, so the Lord your God will keep you in mind, and you will be delivered from your enemies. On joyful occasions, on your festivals and new moon feasts, you will sound the trumpet at the time of your burnt offering and your covenant sacrifices, and they will serve as a memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. The Israelites depart from Sinai. On the 20th day of the second month in the second year, the cloud lifted from over the tabernacle of the testimony, and the people of Israel moved on in marching order from the desert of Sinai. The cloud came to rest in the desert of Paran. This was the first stage of the Israelites' journey at the command of the Lord given through Moses. In the vanguard was the banner of the camp of the tribe of Judah in battle formation. In command of Judah's force was Nahshon, son of Amminadab. In command of the tribe of Issachar in battle formation was Nathanael, son of Zur. In command of the tribe of Zebulun in battle formation was Eliab, son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari started out carrying the tabernacle. Then came the banner of the camp of the tribe of Reuben in battle formation. In command of Reuben's force was Elizur, son of Shedor. In command of the tribe of Simeon in battle formation was Shelumiel, son of Zerushadai. In command of the tribe of Gad in battle formation was Eliasaph, son of Deuel. Then came the sons of Kohath who carried the things pertaining to the sanctuary. The tabernacle was set up before their arrival. Then came the banner of the camp of the sons of Ephraim in battle formation. Then came the banner of the camp of the sons of Ephraim in battle formation. In command of Ephraim's force was Elishama, son of Ammihud. In command of the tribe of Manasseh in battle formation was Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. In command of the tribe of Benjamin was Abidan, son of Gideoni. Last of all, serving as rear guard and of all the camps, came the sons of Dan in battle formation. In command of the force was Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. In command of the tribe of sons of Asher in battle formation was Pagiel, son of Okran. In command of the sons of Naphtali in battle formation was Ahira, son of Enan. Such was the order of march for the people of Israel in battle formation. So they set out. Memories of the desert 1. Moses said to Hobab, son of Moses, father-in-law Reuel, the Midianite, "We are setting out for the land which the Lord has promised to give us. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised prosperity to Israel." He answered, "I will not come with you. I would rather go to my own land and my own family." Moses replied, "Do not leave us, for you know when we can camp in the desert, and so you will be our eyes. If you come with us, you will share in the prosperity with which the Lord will bless us." They moved on from the mountain of the Lord a 3 days' journey, and for 3 days the ark of the testimony of the Lord went before them, seeking out a resting place for them. The Lord's cloud was over them by day when they left the camp. Whenever the ark left, Moses would say, Arise, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you. And when it came to rest, he would say, Come back, O Lord, to the countless multitudes of Israel. Psalm chapter 57. In the midst of ferocious enemies. Have mercy on me, O God, have mercy, for my soul takes refuge in you. I will find shelter in the shadow of your wings till the disaster has passed by. I call to God the Most High, to God who has done everything for me. He shall send from heaven and save me and put my oppressors to shame. May God send me his kindness and love. I lie prostrate in the midst of lions that greedily prey on humans. Their teeth are pointed spears and arrows, their tongues sharpened swords. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens, your glory be over all the earth. They have set a snare for my steps, my soul was bowed down in distress. They dug a pit along my path, but they themselves fell into it. My heart is ready, O God, my heart is ready. I will sing and make music. Awake, my soul, awake, O harp and lyre. I will awake the dawn. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praise to you among the nations, for your love reaches to the heavens and your faithfulness to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Your glory be over all the earth. Mark chapter 5, verse 21 to 43. Jairus' daughter and the woman with a hemorrhage. Jesus then crossed by boat to the other side of the lake, and while he was still on the shore, a large crowd gathered around him. Jairus, an official of the synagogue, came up and seeing Jesus, threw himself at his feet and pleaded earnestly with him. My little daughter is at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her, so that she may get well and live. Jesus went with him, and a large crowd followed, pushing from every side. Among the crowd was a woman who had suffered from a hemorrhage for 12 years. She had suffered a lot at the hands of many doctors and had spent everything she had, but instead of getting better, she grew only worse. Because she heard about Jesus, this woman came up behind him and touched his cloak, thinking, If I just touch his clothes, I shall be healed. Her flow of blood dried up at once, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. But Jesus was conscious that power had gone out from him, so he turned around in the crowd and asked, Who touched my clothes? His disciples asked, You see how the people are crowding around you. Why do you ask who touched you? But he kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, aware of what had happened, came forward in fear and trembling. She knelt before him and told him the whole truth. Then Jesus said to her, Daughter, your faith has saved you. Go in peace and be healed of your illness. While Jesus was still speaking, some people arrived from the official's house to inform him, Your daughter is dead, why trouble the master any further? But Jesus ignored what they said and told the official, Do not fear, just believe. And he allowed no one to follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they arrived at the house of the synagogue official, Jesus saw a great commotion with people weeping and wailing loudly. Jesus answered and said to them, Why all this commotion and weeping? The child is not dead but asleep. But they laughed at him. Then Jesus sent them outside and went with the child's father and mother and his companions into the room where the child lay. Taking her by the hand, he said to her, Talitha cum, which means, Little girl, I say to you, get up. The girl, who was 12 years old, got up at once and began to walk about. At this they were greatly astonished. Jesus strictly ordered them not to let anyone know about it. and told them to give us something to eat.